Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 7 with the members are me, Siti Latifatul al-Khumairo and my friend Kintana Anggita Putri. In here, we will explain about performance assessment. We will discuss about 5 topics that are concept of performance assessment, characteristics of performance assessment, preparation of assessment tools, benefit of performance assessment, and their example. Now, we are going to the first topic that is concept of performance assessment. Performance assessment is one of the techniques or types of authentic assessment. Here are two versions of the opinion of the assessment experts. The first version equates performance assessment with authentic assessment, and the second version states that performance assessment is one type of authentic assessment. Therefore, to avoid confusion a little, here we use performance assessment in the second version, that is, performance assessment is one type of authentic assessment. There are some definitions about performance assessment according to four expert people that are Corner, Jalogo, Stiggins, and Irasian. Corner states that performance assessment is a way to assess student performance individually or in groups after learning. And then, Jalogo states that performance assessment is a way to assess something from various points of view, such as level, use value, and superiority. And Stiggins states that performance assessment is a form of test where students are asked to carry out special activities under the supervision of a teacher who will observe their performance and make decisions about the quality of the learning outcomes. And the last for Irasian argues that an assessment that is able to make students give an answer or a result that demonstrates or displays all knowledge and skills is called a performance assessment. So, we can conclude that performance assessment is a form of authentic assessment that asks students to demonstrate and apply knowledge in various contexts according to the desired criteria. Next, we are going to the second topic, that is characteristics of performance assessment. Characteristics of performance assessment consist of two types. The first is basic characteristics and the second one is evaluating characteristics. According to Martel 1992, performance assessment has two basic characteristics. The first is test takers are asked to demonstrate their ability to create a procedure or be involved in an activity or indeed. For example, carrying out steps to draw a dividing line in a triangle. And the second is the accuracy of the procedure is more important than the outcome. For evaluating characteristics, the performance assessment is considered to be of good quality. At least it must pay attention to the 7 criteria that met by Popham. The 7 criteria that met by Popham are generability, authenticity, multiple VOG, teachability, fairness, visibility, and scoreability. For the first is generability, means whether the test participants in carrying out the given task are sufficient to generalize to other assignments or not. And then authenticity means that the task is given with what students often face in daily life. And then for multiple VOG means that the task given to the test participant has measured more than one desired ability. Then teachability means that the assignment given is an assignment whose results are getting better because of the teaching efforts of the teacher in the classroom. And then fairness means whether the assignment given are fair to all test participants. For visibility means whether the tasks given in the performance assessment are relevant to be carried out considering factors such as cost, space, time, and equipment. For the last is scoreability means whether the task can be scored accurately and reliably or not. Next, we are going to the third topic, that is preparation of assessment tools. First, method that used for performance assessment. The methods that can be used for performance assessment include observation, interviews, portfolios, essay assessment, practical exams, papers, project assessments, questionnaires, checklists, peer assessment, discussion assessment, and assessment journal of student scientific work. Next is steps to preparing a performance assessment. The first step is determine the performance indicators that will be achieved by students, and then choose the focus of the assessment. Next is select the appropriate level of realism. Determine how much the level of relationship with real life, and then choose the method of observation, recording, and scoring. And the last step is testing the task and rubric based on the test results for use in the next study. Then, technique of performance assessment consists of two types. There are checklist and rating scale. For checklist method, only has two absolute choices. There is no middle value or ability. Students get value if the criteria of mastery of certain abilities can be observed by the teacher. For example, true, false, and observable, unobservable. And then for rating scale, allows the teacher to give the median value for the mastery of certain competencies due to this value assignment with more than two value categories. For example, very good, enough, less. Okay, I think it's enough from me. You can continue the material that explained by Kintana Anggita Putri. I'm so sorry if there are any mistakes. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.